The most coincidental thing in the world. Can you believe it? The Chengdu couple, who had been married for 5 years, stumbled upon the picture of them in the same frame 18 years ago. At that time, the two did not know each other. In July 2000, Ms. Schwed traveled to Qingdao with her mother and other families. Passing by the landmark May 4th Square, I took a photo as a souvenir. Until 2011, when Mr. Yi and his wife went to their mother-in-law's house for dinner. Surprised to find this photo. At a glance, he recognized the person behind him as himself, because he also took a picture there that day. The couple met thousands of miles away in Chengdu, but in teenage years, the two were just a few steps away. It makes me believe in fate again. March 2022. The father of a woman in Jiangsu province is separated by the curtains of the ward. Suddenly a familiar voice was heard. Open it and take a look. He found that he was an old mine friend who had been missing for more than 30 years. The two men shook hands. Tears fell with excitement. Next, the 88-year-old was walking in the park. An unusual object was stumbled upon. It was discovered that this historical artifact was actually a hockey ball he had lost 70 years earlier. It also bears his name engraved on it. The old man was overjoyed at the discovery. He wanted to tell his childhood friends, but they're all dead. So he told the company that made him the news. The company promised lifetime warranty service. Christmas Eve 1994. Two beautiful women from the UK were in a car accident while driving home. But this is no ordinary car accident. The two sisters collided. They don't even know each other's itineraries. The two also gave each other gifts. Next up is a newly engaged couple rummaging through old photos as they prepare for their wedding. Something coincidental happened. At first they thought it was the first time they had met, only to find out that their mom was a friend in high school. I even found a photo of the two when they were young. The photo was also specially displayed on their wedding day to prove that they were destined. In 2001, a 10-year-old girl named Laura Buckton released a golden balloon into the air, and wrote his name and contact information on the balloon. The balloon flew about 225 kilometers south, finally landed in the backyard of another 10-year-old girl. It so happened that he was also called Laura Buckton. The girl's parents were stunned by the 1/1000000 coincidence, so I arranged for them to meet. More similarities were found. The two girls share almost the same height and body type, and the family has a 3-year-old black Labrador dog, a gray rabbit and several guinea pigs, and they both wore it when they met. What kind of bullet killed his target 20 years after firing? The story begins in 1893. A timber merchant from Texas broke off his marriage with his subject, because of the fact that such a fact cannot be tolerated. He ended his life. Then the woman's brother decided to kill the man to defend his sister's reputation, so he followed the man and fired a shot. The young man believed he was dead. He fled the scene. In fact, the bullet passed through his cheek, and stuck in a tree. For a long time, he had been celebrating his good fortune, but 20 years later, he decided to remove the tree with dynamite. Unfortunately, after an explosion, the bullet shot out instantly and killed him. There were many superstitious behaviors in the old social period. For King Louis XVI of France, number 21 is bad number. Under his rule, Louis will never do business on the 21st. But during the French Revolution, June 21, 1791, Louis and his wife were caught running away. November 21, 1791, France officially declared itself a republic. If that's not a coincidence enough, Louis was sent to the guillotine on January 21, 1793. This is the most coincidental thing I have ever seen in the world. A pair of twin brothers named Jim were adopted separately as babies in 1940. There was no contact with each other during the growth process, but they lived almost identical lives. Both were named Jim. They both grew up with a dog called Tuan Tuan. Both took a woman named Linda. After they divorced, they both took a woman named Betty. Both had a son. His name is James Allen, and both work in the security sector. They even took vacations on the same beach in Florida in the same brand of car. The two were reunited in 1997. I was shocked to learn of these similarities. Later, their story became hot news for a while. The next coincidence made me almost unable to believe it. A couple in California while walking in the park. An artistic pigeon pulls a perfect self-portrait on a leaf. After the man took the photo, he went home and uploaded it online. But it was questioned. Doubt the authenticity of the picture. So he went back to the park and found the leaf again. Later it was suggested that he be sent to the museum. Some even bid $1,000 to buy it. Next, a man from Australia seems to be blessed by God. Bill Morgan is a truck driver. Seems to be a very unfortunate person. Almost died in a cruel car accident. When he was pronounced clinically dead, after 14 minutes, it was miraculously resurrected. but soon fell into a coma again. His family thought he would never wake up again. 12 days later, just as his family was about to stop the machine, he miraculously woke up. He proposed to his girlfriend, and changed jobs, also bought a scratch card. Unexpectedly, he won him a car worth $80,000. Even more incredible, when a television station interviewed him, when you want him to scrape a scratch card live on TV, the unthinkable happened. Bill Morgan, in the live stream, won the $250,000 cash prize.